What up, y'all? Welcome, returning and new subscribers. This is your goddess, high priestess, empress, Amela Pantera. Welcome, all. This is going to be a general collective energy update. Take what resonates, and if it doesn't, leave it for another moment when the universe feels like what's in your subconscious mind needs to be used because there's a lack thereof. So let's see. Excuse me, I just got sidetracked just now. Don't forget to wash your hands, sage yourself upon entering, whether you're catching this live or on a replay by liking the video. Wash your hands, sage yourself. Come up in here with positivity. You already know the vibes. Give me a second. I was doing something. Give me a second. And if you are a new member to my Instagram page, I'm going to warn you now, do not DM me. That is the easiest way to get blocked. Do not DM me. Start reading people's bios when you're following people. And I don't even like that word following. When you decide to subscribe to someone's Instagram page, make sure you're reading people's bios. That's part of the reason why you do have certain rules when it comes to mankind, because people are, you know, ignorant to what's out there. I'm not going to say unaware, it's more so ignorance. So just be real mindful that it's not just my page. Make it a habit of yours where you look to see what the energy is. You can be drawn to something, but just be mindful to check the entire temperament as to what is going on, so that way you're more aware as to what it is. So yeah, let me do something right quick. And if you would like to inquire about a personal reading, email me. That information is in the description box below. As far as Instagram, it will be in the link tree. You can easily hit that little envelope button, tap that button, and it'll send you right to the email address. Okay. Just know I am very particular when it comes to the energies I allow into my space to work with, as guided by Source, the Most High. Okay. So let's see what we got going on here. No worries. What's good? We just said my phone powered up just in time. Divine timing, always. Ashe. Empress. Yes, I see you, beloved. All right, y'all. So let's see what the message is. Mama Universe, Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, and ancestors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me for you, and I collected to use our mind's eye to see, always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Welcome, Goddess D. We're going to start first with the Moonology Oracle cards. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. What's the message for the collective? Whoa. Okay. The foundation of these three cards that came out just now is the following. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. So this is speaking of, there's something that's been building up since Gemini season. So this would be May to June, May 20th, June 21st. And something about what has been started during that season definitely involves what's in the middle here, communication being the key as far as a commitment that's being tested, being bold and making the first move. Okay, so let me see what else you have coming up with these cards here. At the top of the deck, let's see. It's time to release the negativity. Ashe. Full moon in Scorpio. There's a completion here from, now this occurs during Taurus season, the full moon in Scorpio. So now we're speaking of in general from April till the end of June as far as what's going on here. So, okay, there's some changes that are being made, but the fact that Mercury is in retrograde, this could be something that you're looking back on as far as where you may have certain values that would be considered fixed. They're in place. They're the way that they're in place is something that you, okay, so the way this is coming in is like this is a value that's firm, and this is what makes it uncomfortable to change from because it's so solid and so firm and so well put that it would take a revamping of your entire lifestyle to move forward with it. So let's see what else we got going on here. Okay. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. So, give me a second. Let me pull something up here for us. Yeah, I already know. Let me close some of these things out so I can get to what I'm looking for. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. New moon tomorrow at 2 degrees. Deciding which direction you're going to take. The direction of your vision or the direction of what's comfortable to you that's nowhere in alignment to your vision, because your vision will require you to do something different than you're normally used to doing. Communication is key, and I feel like the key to this communication has a lot to do with meditation, communicating with yourself. A lot of the retrograde energy has to do with reflecting with self. With this new moon, your commitment to yourself is being tested. Okay, let me get some astrology cards going. Definitely something about this new moon in Libra is going to be quite significant for the collective. Don't forget to like the video, y'all. Wash your hands, sage yourself upon entering in here. You hear me? So be able to make the first move. Cardinal moon, Libra is a cardinal sign along with Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn. Now, it says here, be bold and make the first move. And we have two mutable energies here as well, Gemini and Pisces. The moon sign in a mutable zodiac sign is the energy of a magician. So this is speaking of manifestation here. Definitely, you may have a moon in Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, or Sagittarius. Because as I split the deck, we have the moon card showing up here for y'all. So let's see what else we got. Let's see. You out of here. Pluto. And Pluto is definitely on the other side. So this is something about going to the depths of your psyche when it comes to sensitive areas in your life, getting to the bottom of it, which is going to show you your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and have a rebirth just for the simple fact of you going that deep into what it is that is within your psyche that could be sensitive that you would normally steer away from. Let me see what else comes out. Let's see what else comes out here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Aries, Pluto, and oh shit. Hold on now. And then this is the fifth house. So this is speaking of relationships, as it would with this new moon in Libra. It does have a lot to do with relationships, whether it be love, social groups, family. The part of your personality that is connected to your ability to transform and take this big leap forward where your commitment is being tested to have a rebirth has a lot to do with the energy of yourself, the I am that I am, with this Aries energy coming through here. Now, Pluto would be the higher octave of Mars, which is the ruler of Aries. So, if you are in Aries, your higher self, well, this will be also the polar opposite to Libra. So, hold up. The message I'm getting in here for y'all right now, keep doing what you've been doing. It's going to be unorthodox to most, but that's none of your business, though. The same way it ain't someone else's business as to what it is that you're doing and the way that you're doing it, especially if you're operating from being your authentic self. There's definitely a phoenix here rising from the ashes, though. Wow. You know one thing, I'm bad. You know it. That's playing outside right now, MJ. 7:48. Let me see what you're talking about, brother. 7:48. What's the message here? Bad. Let me write this down. To be long or prolong. Something you've been prolonging here because you're worried about what somebody else got to say about it. Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all see how I be moving where I'm like, yes, I am picky with my energy and what I decide to do, who I decide to do it with, because this is energy we talking about. This ain't the corporate world. You over here, entering. This ain't got nothing to do with the corporate world. It's actually got everything to do with the spiritual world, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's something to be very mindful of because you're really working with the with energy itself. Something that you can't create nor destroy. All it does is transmute, and transform itself. You know what I'm saying? So do what you do that allows you to be you. That's all I'm gonna say. Do what you do that allows you to be you. And those that are supposed to connect to you will gravitate towards you. The universe will make it so. People gotta know where they fit in, just like you gotta know where you fit in. You feel me? We got Jupiter here, the planet of expansion, or the part of yourself that has to do with confidence, courage, self belief, and the self belief and courage and confidence to do what you must do when the opportunity presents itself to you with the word luck here. We have the third house, so there's definitely going to be some communication. And whatever this communication is, it's also giving you, taking the lid off of your potential to learn something new. So definitely the energies here of New partnerships is also fully in effect, especially with the Venus opposing Neptune as of today. Well, it's active 2 days before and after the date that it's exact. So, this could also bring forth the energy of being in love with a strong and powerful person, someone awakening your passions in life. But that would happen when you're in alignment to your purpose here. Also, something about your local neighborhood, something within your area. There could be signs, symbols that you constantly see. This is like if someone runs errands at certain times of the day often. There could be a car that's normally parked there. This just could be an instance where a car is parked somewhere that you can see, and you always see this number or letters on this license plate. Something is significant as far as the message that is coming into you about that. Also, there's a book around you, something about a book that's around you, starting with the letter T. Starting with the letter T, open it to the third, 30th, 33rd page. If you got anywhere that's, if anywhere that it's 3, 3, 13, 31, 33, 330, 313, like those numbers. Something about that book and that and what's on that page. If you have a book that begins with the letter T, it could even be yes, something like that. But you're being asked to open this book for some reason. So this could even, it doesn't even have to be a book that starts with the letter T. This could be a book that's around you, like, I gotta read this book. Well, I'm here to tell you, make sure you open that shit tonight. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what else we got. What else do you have here for the wonderful collective? The energy that's been gaining momentum is slowing down. This came out in reverse. The energy is slowing down. I'm feeling like it has to do with the retrograde planets. And it's for you to reflect on what it is that you've been giving your energy to. I'm telling you. Reflect on what it is that you've been giving your energy to. This is like a people pleasing habit that needs to be broken down, has been broken down. And then you got the full moon in Virgo card on top. So we got new moon in Virgo, full moon in Virgo. So this has to do with work, and Virgo 6th house energy has to do with habits. What do you have a habit of doing? The energy that has been gaining momentum, make you feel like you have to do that, is slowing down for you to see it clearly. Like the only one that's rushing is you. You gotta rush. Tea got a little cold. It's okay. Let's see what else we got for y'all. Yeah, nothing will come of this situation. Hold your vision. I'm telling you. Somebody in here rushing to do something. Or Russian roulette. Something about gambling. And I'm getting gambling. The last thing you want to do while the planets are retrograde. That's an impulsive way of being. While you're being asked to reflect, slow down, rest, recover, regroup, rejuvenate. And rejuvenation is a word that is used to express when you have to ground yourself from all the ascensions that you've been having. This is like Yeah, speaking of the phoenix, rising through the ashes. And the ashes are basically those energies that you have been breaking down, that you broke down. And as you're rising through that, it's like you're going through it again. It feels like you would be going through those experiences that broke you down only for you to have a breakthrough. But now it's time to rejuvenate yourself. Okay. It's also given you've done so much work, and in doing the work you realize how much you had to clean off as far as like different areas of your life where you can start to feel like you are lonely. No, you're not, though. The most amazing moments in your life are going to be those moments when you are alone, because this is where you are gaining or regaining the strength to have faith. And faith comes through hearing. You can't be around the loud noise and all this commotion and drama and thinking you tapping into your faith. Nah. When I say faith, I'm speaking of the voice of your heart. You got to be in a space of silence to hear what your heart has to say, especially if you're going through transformations to get to that point. Those moments where you're being pulled away from a job, some of you get fired, for instance. That's to actually put you in a space to sit down somewhere and listen to the conversation that you and source have, you and the universe, you and what you call God, whatever energy you want to, whatever title you want to put to the energy that is of a higher level, or a supreme being, supreme God, supreme energy. There are certain things that occur in your life that are extremely uncomfortable, but those are the moments that you are being put to listen, you know. Out here, win-win outcome is forecast, but that crescent moon that's showing up here is highly significant. That's the high priestess moon. So it's giving me high priestess energy. Then you have here balance, spirituality, and practicality. So, okay, yeah, there was an ending that allowed you to see the potential for you to learn something new. If this didn't end, you wouldn't even see the opportunity. So, this is also giving me the energy of like you wanted to see why you were experiencing something. Well, the universe began to show you, and in the universe showing you, a lot of different things were ending in your life. This is when you hear, be careful what you're asking for, what you wish for. You know. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Thank you for respectfully washing your hands and saging yourself while liking the video upon entering. Appreciate that. Shuffle these out. Let me pull some of my cards here real quick. I want to see what's up. What's up? Ooh, wow, really? Ooh, Anubis. Afterlife, the sanctuary of the afterlife. I love to hear that, especially going through a rebirth. Look, 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 look. Having a conversation with yourself first. Popping through. You see how thick this is now. Yeah, have that conversation with yourself. I feel like this new moon in Libra at 2 degrees. It is represented by the Two of Swords card, which is a moon in Libra card. That card will represent any position in your chart with the sign of Libra between 0 and 9 degrees. So, where are you, honey? This would be the Two of Swords. This is just looking at this image here. You see that moon, right? That we was talking about earlier. Now, this is also symbolic of the justice energy, as far as the justice major arcana, with taking action on a decision not based off of sight. Okay. Now, in this Two of Swords, you have this figure sitting on this hard ass block, whatever you want to call this. Only the universe knows how long this energy has been sitting here. Just listen to what I'm saying. Only the universe knows how long this energy has been sitting here, and you. You're blindfolded with your swords up. So this is also given having a wall rather than boundaries. Because if you take the blindfold off, you realize you're the only one there and surrounded by calm waters. So this is basically given the delusion of feeling like you're stuck. Accepting that for yourself, rather, when there's a new cycle approaching. This is new, it says. Let's see what's coming out here. Two of Swords, Moon in Libra, 9/22, 9/23 to October 2nd. That's the energy of that card. Macarena. Somebody playing Macarena outside. I ain't hear that in a minute. Give me a second. Hold up, y'all. Let me look at this. Because there's some information here. You may not be a part of the signal family, but definitely some information that could pertain to some clarity. Now, I have here coming out, we have the signal family. So this is speaking of, well, yeah, that first deacon is popping through here as far as Libra energy. That would be the first deacon. Anything between 0 to 9 degrees would be the first deacon. If you're going from 1 to 30 degrees in a natal chart, as far as the deacons is concerned, and dividing them into 3 different groups. If you're going from 1 to 30, then 1 to 10 will be the first deacon. If you go from 0 to 29, 0 to 9 is the first deacon. And the first deacon is basically the deacon of this new moon that we're having. New moon in Libra at 2 degrees. Like I said, is this card. So definitely something about this moon here popping through. Might title this new moon in Libra then. Just want to see what the energy was given. However, signal family is the family that feels as far as galactic signature. You don't know what your galactic signature is? Type that into your search box, galactic signature, and it'll let you know, honey. Okay? Now, the signal family, the family that feels, your galactic signature would be the blue knight, which is the zone of the dreamer or galactic karmic of Saturn. Then you have the yellow star, which is the zone of the artist, the red skywalker, the zone of the prophet, and the white mirror, the zone of the yogi. Now, as far as the signal family is concerned, the family that feels in general, your energy format is cyclic. and your life is a maturation process. You tend to lack stability. Your life is in constant transition and change. You find your truth through experience and you grow through crisis. Surrendering to the flow is essential to appreciate the value of the now. Trust in the universe and allow yourself to get absorbed by the experience of the now. At the end of a cycle, reflect and you will gain the abstract understanding of its value when a development is complete. Patience is the key. Wait and see. So you could also be a projector if you're under these as far as your human design with wait and see. Then we also have here gather the internal power to bring each process to its fullness. Witness hope and pain and move on, despite inherent dangers and fears. Your energy is the mirror of the core family. And the core family is the family that understands. And it goes, your energy is rooted in logic, and you come to an understanding through concentration and focus. You are connected to nature's rhythms, and therefore you can connect with all different kind of life forms. Understanding through logic is a universal principle and the only common ground for human beings. I'm going to say that again. Understanding through one's own logic is a universal principle. It doesn't say understanding, even if it doesn't say, I'm going to let you know this right now. Understanding is between you and you. This is why we have partnerships and love going the way that they go in this, let me keep this going up. Understanding through logic is a universal principle and the only common ground for human beings. You directly see the underlying pattern from an objective point of view. You have the clarity to verify and select a reliable pattern and then to project it into the future. Your ultimate role is to lead. Your energy is the mirror of the signal family, which we just read prior to that. So let me keep going here. As far as the cards that came out, look at that. Somebody gotta let some shit go. See that? Let that shit go. Let it go. So you can have a breakthrough, which is the rune dagas, which speaks of breakthrough, transformation, a new day, awakening, enlightenment, invisibility. Oh shit. Okay. There's a lesson you're learning here as far as your spiritual abilities and also why you have to balance the practical and this in the spiritual, because you're seeing how time is an illusion or work of art that once realized is lovingly embraced nonetheless. Once you can realize the essence of time, you can embrace it lovingly. And embracing it lovingly is basically you being in the now. Being in the now for some is going to require for you to go back to whatever it is that prevents you from doing so and handling the situation. Not physically, you can do this within your imagination. That's why there's so much power to imagination, but there's so much power to it that you'll also be in certain structures or classrooms that when you're sitting there doing what you do, you're not even paying attention. You're being told to pay attention to something that's actually stopping you from focusing on what you want to do. Transmutation, unity, non dual reality, attaining the mystical moment through penetration of the secret of non duality. The gift of Odin, olden days, ancient beings, reception of mystical inspiration. So, now that we know what that's talking about, we got number 21 here. Do we got any of the numbers? Let me see what 21 is giving. 21, what you talking about? We already got 748 with Michael's message. Who's Bad was playing outside at 7:48, which was translating to something's been taking long. I feel like the universe wanted to see how much of a G you was in terms of your spirituality. Dang. So yeah, in here with that Aries energy coming out, that's a spiritual warrior. Now you can have an ancestor that is a father figure that's been protecting you. The name Abby is coming across here with number 21. Let me just see. Is it here? Yeah. Abby. Jah is father, founder, an old form of father of. Abby, metaphysically speaking, is the inner conception and the soul of Jah as father, Jehovah as father, or source of being. This comprehension of truth held in mind is the mother of, or brings to pass in consciousness, that which Hezekiah, king Abib of Judah, represents faith in God. So, faith in self. That's also what the I am that I am speaks of as far as Aries energy. God is, and so are you. Okay? You have the ability to create as well. Let me go back to what this was saying here. There's something. Let me see. The inner conception in the soul, or source of being, this comprehension of truth held in the mind, is the mother of faith in God, or the expression of spiritual strength. Yeah, that's definitely what that was saying. Okay. Mm. So this is like, let me see what the energy is before I even pull these tarot cards. As I was saying before, it seems like the universe wants to see how much of a G you are in terms of what it is that you're asking for, what you're willing to do, how committed you are to what you're asking for. It's like one in a six pack, but not even doing one jumping jack, or not lifting up not one weight, or not doing one yoga exercise, but just wanting to have a six pack. That type of vibes. So let's see. What's the energy here? Cornucopia of blessings. Ooh, 11. That's also speaking of the justice card or balance. When we speak of justice, this is speaking of a decision that's being made to balance out the situation, all situations around you. And I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with the happy family as well, because that happy family card popped out. Yeah, we got indecision here. 811 would be Jupiter and Leo. So this is success in building a solid foundation that allows you to walk through the door to value first and foremost, to even recognize the door to value. And then speaking of a happy family and and having success in doing so, there has to be an understanding of each one's core values within themselves. This will help with telepathic communication amongst all. Being centered within yourself, each one being centered within themselves to be able to communicate one's love language without feeling like you're being discriminated by the way you decide to do certain things. And this is also removing the judgment from, see, most people will misjudge you because they don't understand you. Just as I'm saying that, It literally makes me tired as I'm saying that. Some of you are tired of certain things but unable to pinpoint it. Now, the misjudgment, see, so much so that it just left my mind because it's the fact that it's something that makes sense. Where it makes sense to judge somebody because you don't understand them. When you're here to understand yourself, and in understanding yourself, you can come to an overstanding with others. So many ways about this too. Adjacent possibilities. 1131 cornucopia, door to value, broken heart. What's this about? Attachment. And love ain't got nothing to do with attachment. These are one of those ideas or values where if a person is not around you or attached to you, or being in love with somebody because you're attached to this person, that's no. That's a no-no when it comes to living in your divine essence, because you have to be able to let go. Like I tell you all the time, like, watch the way nature moves. There's a lot that's constantly changing. It doesn't always stay the same. And depending on where you live at, that type of attachment is basically like the leaves during the fall season that fall during the fall season are still there during the spring and summertime, looking the way they look when they should have fallen from the tree, based on the way the energy has been set up for that to even occur through the cycle of a tree. Because for all we know, if we change the way we are being, that could also change too, but that's a whole other topic. And then we have the door to romance right here at the bottom of the deck as we talk about that. There's a new door opening here when it comes to love. There's a new door opening, especially if you've been healing a broken heart here. Removing the mask. So this is basically, as I'm saying, remove the mask. Because the mask, as far as astrology, would be your rising sign. This is what people see when they see you. And based off of that, it triggers your rising sign. But this could trigger a part of you that you are disconnected from if you are also disconnected from yourself. But in order to see that, there's a lesson you go through in order to see that. But now you're being asked by source, by the universe, how many more times do you have to keep going through these same lessons? You know? There's a cornucopia of blessings coming your way. A door to value that's opening up along with the door to love. And yeah, you may have a lot of people that's envious around you, but this is also something that you're learning when it comes to a part of you that you didn't know until you went through a particular process to see that, so that you can see who it is that's connected to that part of you that literally no longer exists. It played its role, it did its part. And that's something to be mindful of. Like, there's a part of you that's done its part in your life, in your journey, and you're connected to people who are still connected to that part of you, and it's basically living on delusion because they're responding to you of the older version of you, or the old paradigm of you. And there's so many ways that that energy can creep up where you're saying, that's not what I'm doing. So we got 1133 here, 1133. We got 111 and 333 and 20, which would be judgment. answering the call of your soul here, aligning with those who truly connect with you. And then you have the goddess of the moon here. Some of you are true divine goddesses of the moon, 7-7. And you're aligning with your fellow community, your fellow members of being gods and goddesses of the moon thoth energy as well. Being in control of your thoughts, being around those who are in control of their thoughts. Now I get it. There's a lot that's going on in the world, but you can decide where you want to be. You can decide where you want to be. You know, these messages be having me going. All right, we already know what that energy is. Give me a second. Let's see what's going on here with the tarot cards. What is the current situation for the collective? What is the current energy here for the collective? Take what resonates and what doesn't. It's just not for you. Maybe not at this moment either. Oh, we got the King of Pentacles, Venus energy. This is also a giver. This is someone here who is financially stable, grounded, emotionally as well. When they're not stable, their finances aren't. When they're not emotionally stable, their finances go with it too. But I'm showing here the energy of someone who is financially stable and emotionally secure. You know your worth. At least the energy surrounding you that is coming towards you, especially with that cornucopia. It definitely speaks of getting around those who know their worth. And I'm seeing here, money's not even a major thing. You know what it means to have funds, or what it's used for as the resource that it is. It's an energy. It's not something that's created nor destroyed. As far as currency exchange, it can look like whatever it looks like, but as far as the currency exchange, you have an understanding of what that is, and that's what's currently going on here. Oh yeah, major star energy here. It's a lot of healing too. Mhm. Venus in Aquarius with the Five of Swords, and a lot of healing for most of you, because you walked this, what you walked away from, what you turned your back on, was anything that wasn't allowing you to heal. Because when you walked away from these situations that no longer served you, you were walking towards your healing. Because we had the Five of Swords with the Eight of Cups not too long ago before I continued to shuffle. What's crossing this energy here? Okay. Some of you are figuring out what you want to do with work here. If you want to continue working for others or working for yourself, work could be a challenge. At least also, if it's not, if there's a challenge in work, it could be privacy at work, being able to be in a space where you can work efficiently and be productive. Some of you are wanting to be by yourself. If you're working in an office, I'm also seeing that you're going to be able to have this office to work on your craft more efficiently here. Also, some of you are working on something where you feel like it may not be worth it. Oh, it's definitely worth it. You're at the point where, because this Nine Pentacles right here, as I'm seeing this Eight of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is one before the 10, which speaks of you aligning with supporters that can help you to take this to the next level. But these are the type of supporters that allow you to work the way you want to work. What's at the bottom here? We got the Hermit card. Yeah, this is definitely something to do with work, because this is the 6th house. Now, as far as the Hermit card, this speaks of spirituality or your spiritual growth. Give me a second. Let me see what's coming through here. Something is coming to the forefront as far as you having mathematical gifts. To simplify this process, those gifts you become aware of through your darkest moments with this Hermit card holding the star. But like we saw before with Odin, with this rune, okay? And speaking of mathematical gifts, I feel like this has to do with your perception of numbers when it comes to time. Then the gift of Odin, this is giving me big Odin energy right now for some reason, as far as Odin days or Odin, old ancient beings. A carpenter. Split the deck, we got the Ace of Wands here. This definitely represents a rebirth. Once again, second time you're seeing that energy of a rebirth, a new beginning here when it comes to what it is that you're passionate about. March 22nd to the 27th, you could be seeing number 127, 129. Let me see what that's talking about. 127. 127. Ground, land. This could also be about inheriting a home or wanting to build a home from the ground up. This is giving me a vibe of somebody wanting to build their own home themselves. As far as the King of Pentacles coming out here first, you have all the tools. Again, like I said, take what resonates. But whoever this is, you have all the tools or the connections to get this moving. What is Adami? Man is spirit, absolute and unconditioned. Going back to the very beginning. What? Okay. I'm just seeing the door to spirit card of that deck, though, which is basically obviously a spiritual transformation. But through this transformation, you're seeing, because this came up before too, someone is having the ability to see exactly what they came here for. Like you're being able to put the puzzle pieces together and put it to work for you here. The foundation of this has to do with the ending of betrayal. The only people that can betray you are those that you have been open to being a vulnerable state with. And then we have the Fool card here, which speaks of a leap of faith, going back to the Pluto card with the Phoenix rising from the ashes, your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and a rebirth. Coming up from all of this energy here, all backstabbing and all this misjudgment, all this and that and this and that. What's in the immediate past here? Big time. Three of Swords. Speaks of heartbreak. And that's the second time this is coming out. But that other card with the broken heart was number 9, which means there's a clearing of it, the transformation. 13, you could be seeing, that's what I'm saying about that 13 or that 31 or 313, something about that. 3, 13, 30, 33, page 130, page 313, page 331. Let's see what's crying here. It's at the forefront, something from the past. If you're resonating with this, then this is definitely something to do with your past here. If it no longer serves you and it's not on the path to where you're going, you already know what to do. And you already know that if you are doing the opposite to what's going to allow you to grow, then you're accepting the lack of growth. Don't make it complicated. Just don't make it complicated. You know what you have to know. You know what you need to know. How many more times do you have to experience this to know? Look at that. 5 of Swords is here. This is a card of being around people that want it all until you decide just to walk away from it. Let bygones be bygones type of thing. And with the new moon in Libra at 2 degrees, let's look at that together here. It's going to be in exact opposition to Jupiter, which brings forth a more auspicious and positivity for new beginnings. So don't misuse the energy by allowing yourself to be deceived by people who are telling you they've changed. Watch their actions. Just watch the actions of whatever it is that they're saying. And you know more than you're going to have to know or that you need to know at a particular moment to make the proper decision. Yeah, listen to what they got to say. But also take note as to what your body is telling you when they're saying what they're saying and the actions they take thereafter. Don't let nobody fool you. Basically, when I say fool you, making this seem like they about to go on this journey to get to the point of completing major cycles, because you could be in a partnership with someone where you have a conversation, y'all decide to, take it to that next level and close out those cycles. But don't waste your time with somebody that's showing you that they're not doing that. Split the deck. The moon card is coming out. You want us to continue? Okay, let's continue, beloved. Let's do that. So the new moon is going to offer auspicious and positive new beginnings, especially when it comes to connections in business, partnerships, contracts, sales. And then we have here, you're more than likely going to be presented with more than one option of opportunity to choose from, so choose wisely. And some of you could have somebody coming back from the past just to test you to see if you're actually ready for what you're asking for. And because you feel like this is something from the past that fits that description, that's actually a test to show you if what you're asking for is what you're committed to rather than interested in, and which path you're going. Are you going to continue the path of a commitment, or are you going to continue the path of an interest? Because those are two different things. And I know when you hear interest, when it comes to money, that's a bill. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. You just got to be mindful what you're committed to paying the price for. You know what I mean? It says here, keep in mind that some of the new opportunities might be overly optimistic and not thought out in detail. Yeah, especially while we have these planets in retrograde, which is helping you to reflect. So we're going to call this new moon in Libra part 1. Depending on what the energy is like tomorrow, there may be a part 2, and we'll just leave it as that. I'm going to just leave it as new moon in Libra. If there's a part two, there'll be a part two. But I feel like this is basically heads up type of message. Heads up. You know what the energies are because you're choosing to watch videos like the one I'm posting so that way you can personally develop yourself so that way you're not sitting here getting caught up in situations that's only going to lead to this. You close out a cycle to enter a new cycle of heartache and pain. Come on now. No, we ain't doing that. See, the King of Pentacles coming out here, your current energy, someone who's emotionally and financially stable when it comes to their work. Focus more on your work. Don't allow somebody to distract you from the work that you have to do. So that's okay. That's an example right there. Somebody could invite you out and you have planned to work on a particular project, and this person intrigues you, and they're like basically um, the words at the tip of my tongue, I can't even. I know what word I want to say too. They're persuading you to come out, to come out, to come out. But you know you want to get this work done. You specifically set that up. Don't allow that energy because you're intrigued by this person to take you off track of what you're supposed to really be doing, especially if you decide, because here's what's going to happen. You've been telling your body and your mind and your spirit that this is something that you want to do. So if you don't do that at that moment, you're now deceiving yourself. So you can forget about anybody deceiving you. Because this is basically like you told your mind and your body and your spirit, like, okay, we're gonna do this then. And then something else comes along to distract you, to make you to persuade you to do something else. That's like if you set up a date to go, out with someone for a specific time and plans get changed. Think about how that makes you feel, but think about also how you can do that to yourself. It's not just other people doing that to you. We constantly do that to ourselves, you know, and then wonder why the energy is set up outside of ourselves to continue to be that way. This is what it means to have control of your thoughts. So that way now you're downloading the proper information for your consciousness and your subconscious mind to create the reality that you choose based on your spirit, not based off of the ego. The ego is supposed to be in service of your soul and not vice versa. Let's see what's in the immediate future. I'm telling you, split the deck and we got the lovers and the four wands there. Okay. So you saw how that just fell? I'm going to show you how it fell. It fell in reverse. This is also the card of Mercury. So this is an energy of asking you to reflect. Wow. Whoa. See, these three like this in reverso, in reverse. This is going against your intuition, going against divine will. That's just, yeah, that's just the most. It's doing the most. So let's see what's in the immediate future based off of what we just got to the bottom of. Let's see what's in the immediate future. Okay. I said don't let nobody take you for a fool. Okay. So now we got the Three of Pentacles with the Fool card. That's Shay. See this three? You got three in the immediate past and three in the immediate future. You got the Holy Trinity surrounding you, showing you there is a possibility that you do go into a partnership that reflects this heartbreak that you've had. Now, this is a way that also happens if you're still living in that energy. So this is an example of going back to a previous situation to cleanse yourself from it, but instead of cleansing yourself from it, you got stuck there. So now the signal that you're sending to the universe is that this is something that you want. The universe ain't asking if you're ready to change or if you want it. No, it's paying attention to what you're giving your energy the most to. So I'm saying the universe don't got a sense of humor. We do. That's why people like, I'm just playing. I don't play those games. What you thought you was playing, like is this, we could joke around and shit, but just be mindful what you're joking about. Right? So, wow. I put the full card over here. Let me see what was okay. And going back to the reason why you came here, some of you literally came back for this type of heartbreak to come up with a solution so that way you can teach others or be an example to others that this is not something that they have to do to get to the love of their life. I see 20, 23-year olds having a different head on their shoulders than people that are my age or even older when it comes to partnerships because they've seen so much to the point where it's just like, ain't really no need to be going through that struggle unless you're lacking the necessity of that struggle. Like, and what is it that you're lacking to when it comes to a struggle? Like, this shit's it's yeah. So in the immediate future, you're also being asked to take a leap of faith here. Let me clarify this though. Let me see what the energy is here. What's the energy of the Three of Pentacles for the collective? What is the energy of the Three of Pentacles? This is someone who is a great communicator or being around those who are mindful of the way that they communicate, building partnerships with people of that nature. This could also be influencers because I just saw 523, which is why I'm saying that, which would be Jupiter and Gemini. What's the energy here for the Three of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles is Mars and Capricorn. So when it comes to you focusing on your achievements, you usually have your head on straight with Mars and Capricorn. You don't play when it comes to your business, who you work with. The energy of it says rest and rejuvenation. So I feel like some of you were thinking of taking a leap of faith with someone or something having to do with online or a partnership online, something with partners and working with other people. Rest and rejuvenate yourself first. So I feel like this is speaking of the retrogrades. So Mercury right now is in the sign of Virgo. Make sure you're putting everything as far as yourself is concerned in order. While Mercury is retrograde, the way this is coming out, this is someone that has to be mindful when Mercury is retrograde and use that moment to reflect on yourself. Whoever this is loves sauteed onions or something about sauteed onions. The number 19, 319 could be significant too. 3019. 3019. I can taste it. It's yummy. I love onions too. 3019. Weary and tired. Yeah, just rest. Rest. Please rest. That's all I ask. Just rest. And think it through. Okay? Process your thoughts. Know what's yours and what isn't. Okay? Use this moment. I will say, let me see. You could be experiencing a strong attraction towards someone as well. Now, Mercury will be in conjunction to Venus as of today, and it's effective until the 28th. And this activates pleasant communication, also wanting to explain or express yourself with words. And you can know who's actually there for you based on the way that they respond to you. Or if this is a person that you talk to that constantly cuts you off and doesn't give you time to express yourself. But certainly rest and rejuvenate so you can align with what it is that run smoothly. Like, so you can listen to what your body has to say, because Libra is ruled by Venus the same way Taurus is. And Taurus is speaking of the body of your wisdom. And that's whatever this is that's coming towards you. You have to trust the body of the wisdom of your body. You have to know if it's being energized or if it's being drained. It's not lying to you. You can lie to yourself about what it is that you're feeling, but you know where that takes you. You've been there, done that already, so no need to go through that experience again. So let me see. Storm warning. 1019 storm warning. And this 1019 is connected to this card, which is your immediate past. Okay. Second deacon of Libra, which is Saturn and Libra. Saturn is all about placing lessons in your life for you to learn what it is that you must know to make wiser decisions. And then we got the goddess of the moon here. Let's see what else. Oh, shit. You see what I was saying about that Two of Swords looking like the Justice card? Here we got the contract. All right. I just heard make it or break it. Wow. Don't listen. Don't deceive yourself. You see it here. I feel like this is someone who has a tendency to connect to partners in love that end up being envious and jealous of them, which is the weirdest fucking thing. But like it said, with the energy of these upcoming days, this is also a great time to connect with people that's going to allow your business to flourish. Because you do have the Eight of Pentacles. So the challenge for you all is that something from your past returns that can take you, of course, to what you have been already been focused on. And some of you have been single for a while, where whatever this is that comes in, the energy starts to rev up and you feel like this is something you're supposed to do. But listen, rest on it, rejuvenate. I would say doesn't matter. This doesn't have to be a partnership in love. If there's anything from the past that is coming back, I would highly suggest you have a conversation with yourself first, like the card was saying earlier. Record it. Record yourself having a conversation as if it was with this person or this situation or this opportunity, to see where you would truly stand, in the sense of you already allow the vibration of the words to come out from the thoughts that you've been processing. So now you're giving space for more to come in, as far as where you're supposed to go or not go, So here we go. Bring it to balance here. Angel of balance. Let's see what your advice is. What is the advice here for the collective? We have it upright. Wow, I picked it up. It was a Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this is like somebody may be wanting to reach out to you. They may not have access to you. Definitely check your spam for some of you. You could also be receiving, communication through that from something that you do want. I can promise. Yeah, it's a powerful thing, because once you get done with it, you be like, thank God I ain't send that shit, or didn't tell the person, or did. You have to get it out of you. Most people feel like they have to talk to the person that's on. No, talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Record yourself and look at yourself. Do a video. You could do voice journal as a voice note, but have that conversation in the camera. Look at this. You're being advised to take your power back, to step within your heart, to align with the heart. It was just 1:14:40. So 11:44, 11:440:01. The Magician, having all that is required of you to manifest based off of your galactic family assisting you. Like they're giving you all the gems right now. That's coming with unconditional love too. So stay in your power here. You're being highly advised to stay in your power here. Listen. Wow. Let me see. Now that Emperor card is connected to Aries and Scorpio, Mars and Pluto. Jupiter too, as far as expansion, because one thing about the Emperor, okay, this is a divine masculine energy that is highly spiritual, that has all of the energies of the four corners or the four elements, which would be the King of Wands, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, King of Pentacles. So so here's the thing as far as taking action is concerned and aligning with your spiritual frequency, it would be to connect more to your worth right now. Connect more to your worth. Focus on your worth. Anything that comes your way, does it align with your worth? Do they express themselves to match your vibration? If not, don't force yourself to um, match it by lowering your standards. Okay. I stay hearing that, but I heard it again. It sounded like horses gallop up walking. I can hear it. This is how you're being viewed at this time. How is the collective being viewed at this time with the energy surrounding them? Queen of Swords. It fell out sideways, yo. My hamstrings is. Okay. So you're being viewed as someone that is strong-minded here. First of all, this is definitely somebody from your past that think you're the same person. Because notice how this Queen of Swords is she fell this way, sideways. It's like they know that they're a strong person, but they also know how to manipulate you. Now, if it's not a specific person, the energy in itself can show itself to you in different areas of life that trigger you. Okay, it doesn't have to be a past ex. No, it could be boss, place of work, somebody that you walk past on the street while you're driving, somebody you drive by. Listen, it could be anything. But this is also speaking of the new moon in Libra. So I'm going to pull one more card here. At the bottom of the deck, you have, look how this is showing up. You got the Judgment card peeping through here, the Death card and the Moon. So this could be a Scorpio Moon energy. And you getting away from this Scorpio Moon energy was your greatest victory. Something about negativity that you've released here. Someone's not going to expect you to be in your power, though, because the Queen of Swords is pointing directly to your advice. Now, this would be the polar opposite to this energy, Libra, Aries. As far as your higher self communicating to you, if this is your higher self communicating to you, your higher self is telling you to focus on who you are, what brings you vitality. Focus on what brings you vitality, what allows you to be tempered, what allows you to be on a path of least to no resistance so that way you can manifest all of what you desire. It's like your higher self, when it comes to this Libra energy, the spirit of partnerships is like, yo, know who you are. Know who you are. Let me see. Let me grab one more from here for this environment card. This is also getting to the bottom of something that's been hidden as far as a particular partnership. I don't want to say what area of life, just by me saying that, getting to the bottom of an emotion you have when it comes to a particular partnership, and it was only hidden because you might have told yourself, nah, that wouldn't be like that. Well, that's mm-mm. As you went through this process here, you really saw this or this person or situation exactly for who and what it is, and no longer playing the fool or playing foolish, rather. Something like the fool. The fool actually goes on the journey to get to the world card. To be something like it is just doing something because someone else can or someone else is doing it. And it's not something that they truly want to do. We got the King of Wands coming out here. Wow. Something about this sun energy, father energy, guiding your thoughts, the sun guiding your thoughts. The sun guiding your thoughts. So your own sun is giving you messages that are out of the blue, literally out of the sky, to make you be like, huh, okay. Or someone else's son if you don't have children, or if you work with children, or let's say, or anybody's son, doesn't have to be a child, but this is a masculine energy here that is. This could also be this Leo, though. And speaking of the way you're being viewed, this is someone who's being viewed as someone that gambles their life or gambles with life. Even if people aren't up to date with, the way the planets are moving, people still take action based off the energies. This is also someone who wants to move quickly when it comes to a sexual partnership as well. Being viewed as someone who would just give it up, but it's not so much give it up. You had a connection to this person. You felt like you did. This is why you decided to take those steps. And this could be the energy that comes back thinking you're the same person you used to be, when it's like, no, first and foremost, you decided to, go about your business and do what you do. So, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like that chapter is closed. Let me grab some more cards here for this. We have Leo and Libra. Now, this could also be a Leo or a Libra is viewing you in this manner, as far as if they wanted to come back, you'll always take them back. But the way this here reading is set up, that's done and over with. Because you also realize that when you're around this energy, your finances and your emotional security takes a dip. It's not because you're not financially stable, emotionally secure. It's their energy. This is like someone that is extremely beautiful. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. But this is somebody who has a particular type. They get that type and they're insecure as fuck, which is like, Make up your mind. Let's see. Look at that. King of look at all these people. A lot of people. It's a lot of people. Now, I want to see if there's any correlation to a rune for this. It sure is. And it's the Kenaz rune, which speaks of enlightenment needs to be tempered with wisdom before its true worth and power can be known. Okay, so this feels like this is connected to family as well. This could be family. You're not who you used to be. The letter K could be significant too. You've dispelled all the fears that you've had of expressing yourself in a certain way that allows you to put your foot down, but you also know it's not being disrespectful. You're just speaking your truth. The same way a lot of people can be audacious in the way they may have spoken to you in the past, and now that you're doing it, they're like, "Oh my God, no, you were able to do this your way. Now I'm just speaking up for self this time." Look at healed. The star card. Yep. Happiness and joy with this sun energy. What's this? The tower moments. Happiness. What's the Queen of Swords here and the way they're being viewed? Why is the Queen of Swords here? This could speak of a lover here with the Knight of Cups or Pisces energy. There's a potential to receive some invitations here. I feel like whatever this conversation is the moment you turn the key to a rebirth here. Because you have to utilize the boundaries or exercise the boundaries you put in place. So it's basically passing the test, especially in areas of your life where you weren't able to move because of illusion or uncertainty. Okay, let's see what else. Moving forward. Oh, wow. Okay. So you're moving forward with the background of the lessons you've learned when it comes to what you're able to create. And this energy right here, this speaks to someone who's gone through so much. And this has to do with Chiron as well. That the moment you come up with a solution to your deepest wound, speaking of Pluto, the phoenix rising from the ashes, you're also connecting to your greatest wealth. Especially with the Leo card jumping through here, this speaks of making decisions from your heart space, which now allows you to be recognized as an honorable person, especially with being advised to step into your Emperor energy. Okay. Yep. There go the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So let's see here, in a position of doubts and fears, what is the message for the collective? In the position of doubts and fears, what is the message? Position of doubts and fears. There's no benefit in doubting, and fear is false evidence appearing real, and you're being asked to trust your intuition. A lot's being revealed to you. You have access to the cosmos now to grant you your wishes, to bring forth the happiness, to bring forth your imagination, to reconnect it to your immortal spirit. And this is where you're also receiving a new offer. This, for some of you, means moving as well. Tell me more about this High Priestess energy, Spirit, for the collective here. Wow. The Hierophant and the High Priestess together. And it fell on it. When it came out, it definitely spun around and fell on top of the Emperor. So this has to do with your advice. So when it comes to you stepping into your power, like I said, the Emperor and the Empress are these two. This would just be the physical representation of your cosmic self. And whatever it is that you're doubting and fearing at this time, you're being asked to bring the higher self with the physical body. Speaking of the hermit and going through the dark night of the soul, which is for that purpose. Temperance. Ninth house energy, Jupiter energy, God house energy. Step into the God. Step into being that God and that goddess. You got all the tools. You have the keys, literally. Especially if you received a reading from me, you got the keys now. Use them. So, mhm. That moment where you were put on pause was for you to be tempered, so that way you can be prepared for this breakthrough, this new dawn here that's in the background. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes, even if you didn't feel like it was, but you're now going to be able to see what all that is. What is the outcome here? What is the outcome here? You're seeing the gift of everything of your past as far as this being at the crown of your reading here. Okay. I love it. I love to see it. I love what I'm seeing. Here's the outcome. I mean, the way that was coming out, this should be here. Okay. Supreme unconditional love, because you stepped into the supreme being that you are. That's what a God is a supreme being or deity. And it's no disrespect to the Most High. It's just showing reverence to the connection that you have with the Most High, with the universe that's within you. 131 of the timer. Ace of Cups come the root. This could be a Cancerian energy. Again, this could be a new home. This could be you manifesting your affirmations. Like there's a way of you saying your affirmations now that's actually showing you, oh shit, I see now the way I'm actually gonna manifest this. You know what I'm saying? This is a legacy right here. You use all of this darkness to help you to build that foundation. You used it. Capricorn energy says, I used. You began to use the authority of yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, aligning your logic with your heart, and staying 10 toes down. Nipsey could also be relevant for you too right now as far as music that you're listening to, to help you while you at work. But yeah, let's get one final message here from the cosmic and what was the other one called? Sacred Spirit and Cosmic Reading card. Sacred Spirit and Cosmic Reading. Let's see. Final message. The foundation of this, intuition, number 18. And then you have the card that's coming out, meditation, intuition, meditation. The card that's peeping through here is you're being asked to shield your energy. See, a frog can't take too much. It's very sensitive when it comes to energies around it. It can't carry on too much load, you know. Some of you are, the way these planets are set up right now is perfectly designed for you to quantum leap. Where you feel like you want to be, you can be. Just stay focused on what you're doing. Like literally mind your business. Mind your business. Put your mind on your business. Nobody else or what they got to say to you about what you're doing, the way you're doing it, the time it's taking for you to do it. You know what you came here to do. Some of you get confused about what you're here to do because you hear what so many other people got to say, or you're seeing other people do this. Keep your eyes focused on what you're here to do. Keep your eyes focused on you. You know what I'm saying? So, anytime, beloved. Meditation improvements require persistence. 27, 18, and 32. Those numbers could be significant. 18, 27 to 32. So let me see. 18, 27. 909, it went to 10 right now. Yeah, 1827 speaks of being calm, whisper, being calm, because I feel like there would be some whispers that are going to come through to help you clarify whatever it is that you're asking. But you have to be in this space where you can hear what your heart is saying, because your heart whispers to you. So if you find yourself being separated, or you feel like you're not being invited to certain things, that's the universe working on your behalf to get you to where you asked to be. So don't take that shit to heart when somebody don't invite you places, you know. And then 2732 speaks of harada, which equates to fear. Now, let me just look this up before I let y'all go here. State of anxiety and fearfulness, a trembling which sometimes overtakes one who has left their old carnal darkened beliefs, but has not yet become firmly established in the new spiritual ideas and activities that they have taken up, not yet entering the promised land, but is wandering about in the wilderness of thoughts, where one encounters many states of errors, thought that they cannot account for and does not know how to handle, having to leave them and go on to other stopping places until one grows in understanding, faith, and power to such an extent that they can meet boldly and overcome all the enemies of doubt and fear of every kind of seeming error. And I see why the high priestess and the hierophant came out together in the position of doubts and fears. What's this? 25? Something could be 25, and that's significant as well. Let me see. And it goes back to Abby Gibbon, but father of Gibeon. Abby Gibbon. Let me see what this talking about. Being in high places. Some of you are being isolated because you're someone's going to visit you. I'm not speaking in the physical either. Some of you already had visitors or had particular visions in a sleeping state. It's definitely something within this message here that's you want to go back to. Let me see. Give me okay. High place in consciousness. A father in a high state of consciousness. Wow. Greetings, my love. A father in a higher state of consciousness is what you are receiving information or visits from, will be. And that's why you're being asked to rest and rejuvenate so you can see this clearly. Slow down. Some of you may have been feeling tired too, especially with the fall equinox. Your body's also going through that transformation too. Let me grab this here. 27. Final message, love. Improvements require persistence. Here we go. Create goals with intention. Meditation is an important aspect of spiritual practice, proven to relieve mental stress, physical pain, and improve a person's outlook on life. Meditation is not bound to religion, culture, or spiritual groups. Anyone can practice meditation and everyone can receive its benefits. Used and practiced for thousands of years, meditation is often associated with spiritual understanding and enlightenment by achieving direct communication with a supreme being or ultimate reality. For example, the enlightenment that Buddha received underneath the Bodhi tree Using concentrated focus upon the breath, sounds, visualizations, objects, or movement meditation can enhance relaxation, strengthen the mind, and instigate spiritual growth and self awareness. These different meditative practices can be simple in nature or emotionally groundbreaking, depending upon your needs and intentions for this practice. You may be feeling stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed now. Poor sleep patterns or insomnia are triggered by technology use and require you to detach from the materialism and wants of today. Respiratory issues may arise, so please see a suitable professional if you require attention. Right now, meditation holds the answer. Focus on your breath. Reconnect back to self, where you will have more time and energy for the areas in your life that have been neglected. A form of meditation is required now for you to feel whole once again. Be aware that your mind reflects your physical world. Is it balanced or imbalanced? Busy or still? Chaotic or calm? Noisy or quiet? Physiological and psychological change is taking place. Use meditation to assist in healing, health, and well being goals, specifically to set intentions, aid physical recovery, and influence mind mantras. Importantly, now is the time to focus on your personal health and well being. The shadow aspect of this and not doing so, as far as meditation, chaotic, dismissive, emotional attachment. It says detachment, but that's not my definition of it. And based off of this message and the way I deliver my messages. Now, as far as the way it's expressed here, emotional detachment, this could be an unhealthy detachment from yourself that allows chaotic energies to enter. So we have here the sacred crystal fluorite. The angel of assistance is Archangel Cassiel, which speaks of serenity, solitude, and temperance. The affirmation: my mind creates a reflection of my physical world. I am at peace. My mind creates a reflection of my physical world. I am at peace. My mind creates a reflection of my physical world. I am at peace. That is your message, beloved. I will see you on the next live. Gratitude to you all for being here. I will check y'all next time.